Meet Josh. Josh is a 6th grade student who has executive functioning issues. Executive functions work together to help the brain organize and act on information. Watch Josh's day to see what some of our own students have to deal with. Think of executive functions as what the chief executive officer of a company must do: analyze, organize, decide, and execute. Around the time of puberty, the frontal part of the cortex of the brain matures, allowing individuals to perform these skills. Some students' brains may take longer to mature, meaning that these functions continue to pose difficulties to them. It's 7 a.m. Josh is about to leave the house. He knows he's forgetting something, but what is it? Ah, that's it. It's his cleats for his soccer game. He runs back in the house to grab them, but ends up forgetting his backpack while running to catch the bus. The executive functions present are organization and working memory. It's 11 a.m. and Josh is struggling in class. His teacher is asking questions about the previous night's homework that Josh didn't complete. He forgot to check Google Classroom or write any notes. The executive functions present are organizing and focusing. 12:10, lunchtime, Josh's favorite part of the day. During lunch, he talks too loud and tends to annoy his friends. He's been in the hall even though he's been asked 3 times to leave. The executive functions present are self-monitoring and controlling impulses. 12:50, Josh's teacher has explained the class's next task verbally and has written it down on the board. Josh is still having trouble getting started though, and his laptop is open when others are working. The teacher explains the expectations a second and third time to Josh before he actually starts. The executive functions present are shifting focus, setting priorities, and starting tasks. 7 o'clock. After a lot of pushing from his mom, Josh finally sits down to do homework, but he doesn't know where to start. Instead of doing his English chapter questions or Pearson homework due tomorrow, he surfs the web for a science topic that's due for his project next week. The executive functions present are setting priorities, starting tasks, and sustaining attention. 11:30 p.m. It's way past Josh's bedtime and he's exhausted. He tries to sleep, but he can't shut off his brain. He's worrying about disappointing his teachers because he never completes his homework, and he cannot follow what is going on in his classes. The executive functions present are regulating alertness and keeping emotions in check. It is extremely common for students that struggle with learning and attention issues to also have problems with executive functions. Executive functions are the brain's self-management system. Issues with executive functions can make it hard to complete schoolwork and everyday tasks. Differentiation and special accommodations can help make a difference to students like Josh.